And welcome to another episode of Nerds Amalgamated. I'd like to say hello to the DJ
Hey.
and apologise for the professor not able to be with us this week. Unfortunately, he's a little bit under the weather, so yeah, and he didn't even go to the Echo.
Oh, no, right. I hope he gets well soon.
Yeah, speaking with him last night, and he sounded atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
He sounded like a bucket of bolts going through a grinder.
Oh, that sounds
and
bad.
shredder at the same time. First up this week, we've got DJ. You were saying about new platform.
Yeah, so late last week, a new domain came up titled steam.tv popped into existence and popped out before the internet, but not before the internet noticed the whole Valve had silently launched a new streaming website called steam.tv. It was just leaking out the 2018 Dota 2 international coverage.
Okay.
So it went up and then went back and then went out, and I think it properly launched on 21st of August 2018. So that was Tuesday. Yeah.
So what are they actually going to be showing? Is it just Dota 2 stuff, or is there other information?
Well, so far they haven't say what they streaming, but apparently what's going out that this might rival Twitch and planning to take on Twitch. But before it got taken down, a couple of authors from CNET had some time to play with this new toy, shall we say?
Yeah. So
that includes Steam chat, friends list, and group chats. So interfaces similar to the Steam community chats. More functionality, inviting friends to watch videos. There's also inbuilt voice chat through your web browser, or at least in Google Chrome. And while the Steam TV interface works in Firefox and Microsoft Edge, the voice chat isn't supported in those browsers yet. So it sounds like it's a work in progress, but yeah.
Okay. I actually went to Steam TV and they're saying broadcaster is offline. So unfortunately nothing at the moment.
Yeah. But it's interesting that they're planning to take on Twitch, and that's a huge platform.
Yeah, but they're just expanding what they're already doing. So it'd probably be more for like tournament stuff.
Yeah.
Than anything else. So hey, if you're not trying to invent something new or generate something new, then you're going backwards, I guess.
Yeah. I think this is going to be good for with esports rising up very quickly. I think Steam is striking the iron while very hot.
Yes. You managed to get it out there, so congratulations.
Thank you. But I wonder how Twitch is going to react to this though. Now they have a new platform, are they going to?
They're probably going to. It's probably going to be a bit of angst and so forth, but Twitch is established, and it just means Twitch is going to step up and start doing something else. Like they can't, as I said, like if you're not improving and increasing what you're doing, then you're going backwards or dying. So yeah, hopefully they'll generate something new for themselves.
Yeah. Oh, I bet the professor would have said something about this as well.
What would he have said?
He would have said it's only early days for now. We should wait and see.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
but similar to what I was saying, like it's only just come in, and we don't know exactly the extent of what they're going to be doing. There's no point in commenting that we know more of what's happening.
Yeah. What was interesting though about this whole launch and then drop and then launch again was when it first came out and then dropped. A Valve rep said that Steam.tv is real, it's in testing, and you weren't supposed to see it. We are working on updating Steam broadcasting for the main event of the International Dota 2's annual tournament, the rep said. What people saw was a test feed that was inadvertently made public.
Uh-huh. So, in other words, but as I said, it might just be something to do with the tournament stuff.
Yeah.
It needs to be treated as that.
Yeah.
It's good to see that Steam is actually trying to come up with something new and trying to improve everything. So,
yeah. They have been improving recently. I think our last episode we were talking about with how Discord was trying to take on Steam as a game shop. So,
well, yeah, they're just expanding what they're doing, possibly. But if they're doing independent games, then it's more of a starting point, whereas Steam seems to be more focused on the big revenue raising. So,
yeah.
Occasionally Steam. You got to remember, like, a lot of this stuff it's in generation still. So it may become more, it may not. Online streaming services, when they first started coming out, everyone was going, "Oh no, that's a stupid idea. That's not going to work." And now we've got, what is it, Hulu, Stan,
Netflix. Yeah, I agree with you there.
There's enough of a marketplace for more than one or two services. Like, having competition makes it better for the consumer, and it means that people can't sit on the backsides and do nothing. The companies are going to make sure they're producing content and material and in a manner that's user friendly and at a good price. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah. What do you think is going to be the biggest hurdle for new streaming platforms, you reckon?
Just making sure they get the balance of all the bits and pieces correct, and making sure that it's user friendly and they get noticed and they're sharing enough information the right way.
I just hope they don't do like what Netflix is doing. Netflix was reportedly doing the other day, which was posting ads in the middle of an episode, middle of a show.
I heard that was supposed to be after the shows, like in between episodes, not during the episodes.
Yeah.
Because that's a YouTube thing. You watch a YouTube video and it's after a couple of seconds, it's bang, you get an ad, and then 30 seconds later, you get another ad.
Yeah, and then what was funny though was Netflix came out saying, "Oh, it's just testing ads for its original content."
Yeah, well, it's a bit silly. Like, they're already making money off of you actually paying to have access to the material. So
yeah, I hope Steam doesn't fall into that trap, because if it does, then it will put off a lot of streamers at this stage. Yeah.
But anyway, we'll have to wait until we get some more information about what's happening with all of that before we can say anything further about it, because it's all speculation and we're limited in the amount of information available to us. So yeah. Got a story here from the professor. The Eagles' greatest hits has surpassed Michael Jackson's Thriller as best-selling album.
Oh my god, I cannot believe it.
Originally released in 1976, the collection has sold more than 38 million copies. So a record held by Michael Jackson's Thriller for 30 years is no more the same as Michael Jackson himself, apart from plastic that won't be melting down. It is 1971 to 75, I think it was. Yeah. One of them. I always thought it was a better album than Michael Jackson's anyway, but that's just personal taste.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That Thriller was the one that made Michael Jackson.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, well, there was. Well, okay, before it was off the Jackson 5.
Yeah, like, but he made the Jackson 5 as well.
Yeah,
like there was that song ABC.
Yeah, and
if it wasn't for Michael, then that, like, doing stuff like that, then the Jackson 5 would have just been nothing other than just another group of guys singing. Like, no, like, I'm not dissing them; they sounded good, but Michael was a standout, and it was amazing and brilliant. I prefer the music from the Eagles.
Yeah,
like I grew up with, like, I was in school when Michael Jackson's Thriller album came out, and it was amazing. But the Eagles they were just in another class.
Yeah, I know. Me personally, I've listened to Michael Jackson all my life. I've only recently started listening to the Eagles, and Hotel California still hits me. That song is such a beautiful song. But Thriller, on the other hand, though, it's just it's like I said, it's that one movie that that unleashed Michael Jackson. Like after Off the Wall, there was Thriller, and that launched him. Even the music video, especially the music video, the Thriller music video, it's still remembered. It will still be remembered for all of its from the zombie dance sequences to Vincent Price doing his voice.
Yeah, but see, like you're focused on just Thriller, but like you also had Billie Jean and
Oh yeah,
and all that.
oh yeah, yeah.
Michael Jackson was one of the most parodied singers as well at the time. Like, he helped boost Weird Al Yankovic's career because without Eat It and stuff like that, he wouldn't have. That helped boost him up.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes.
But I wonder how many I wonder how the Jackson family would react to this though. Like,
well, going on all the stories, apparently, if his father was still alive, he would go and bell someone.
What's it say? I'm reading the article. Say, the CEO of RIAA, which is the Record Industry Association of America, said, quote, "Congratulations to the Eagles, who now claim the jaw-dropping feat of writing and recording 2 of the top 3 albums in music history. Both of these transcendent albums have impressively stood the test of time and only gaining more currency and popularity as the years have passed, much like the Eagles themselves."
Mm-hmm. Like, as I said, like I'm not going to take anything away from it. Like it was a great album, and he was a brilliant artist who produced massive. But the Eagles album is like it's 10 songs that are some of the most amazingly iconic songs you can get. Like you spoke about Hotel California.
Yeah.
But you've also got songs like Take It Easy, Witchy Woman, Lion Eyes, Desperado, Tequila Sunrise. Like, these are the guys that wrote and sang and performed these songs, and there's a reason why decades later they have a concert for a reunion, and it's sold out within seconds. Like these guys are just absolutely legendarily brilliant at what they do, and their songs appear in so many movies and so forth around the world because of the fact that they are such amazing performers.
That's true.
And I might be biased in my opinions there, but sue me.
Okay. How about this other iconic group, the Beatles? Would you pit them against who are better, the Beatles or would you pit them the Eagles or the Beatles?
The Eagles or the Beatles? See, the thing there is, without the Beatles, you probably wouldn't necessarily have the Eagles, because the Beatles came first, and it probably influenced them to some degree. So yeah, it's almost like saying, "Oh, who would you pick out of the Beatles and Pink Floyd?"
Oh yes, okay, that's
like trying to say who's better. Like for me, I enjoy the music of all of them. Like they've all got great music. I prefer some of the stuff from the Eagles over Michael Jackson stuff, but then there's stuff from Beatles that I prefer. Then again, there's stuff from Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. Like, there's a reason why these names are still synonymous with great music, and people are still buying DVDs and CD and so forth of their stuff. Like, you don't sell 38 million copies of a single album without it having some amazingly brilliant songs.
Oh yeah, that's definite. Like, I bet you, like, could you imagine the current bands now, like One Direction or 5 Seconds? Is it 5 Seconds from Summer? Oh, like all these new 5 Seconds of Summer. Like, could you imagine these new bands just surviving that long? And
well, if like Five Sauce is doing better than some of the others, but like I wish we could get some of the groups that would be similar to groups like the Eagles coming through, because we've gone for a period there where we just had this massive string of 1 or 2 hit wonders.
Yeah.
And the quality of some of the groups that have come through has been horrendous. Like, one of the biggest names in music at the moment is Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah.
Like, seriously, that's just like, I apologize if any of our listeners are fans, the Biebs. But come off it. Like, the guy went and graffitied the side of a motel room because he thought it was cool, and then couldn't even be bothered appearing in court. spat on his fans and has done all this other stupid stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure the Eagles have done some stupid stuff as well, but their music's better.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually
Like,
true.
Billy Joel and Elton John, two of the greatest single acts you can get. They have a humbleness to how they present themselves. What's his name? Crikey, shocking with names tonight.
What's a famous song? Do you have any like songs he's famous for?
One of his latest is "Party Like a Russian."
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about, but probably like a Russian.
I'm gonna kick myself.
Robbie Williams.
That's it. Like Robbie Williams. If people call him an artist, I remember he was in an interview. Someone said, "Oh, and you're such a brilliant artist, so what you do?" And he got up, said at the person. He goes, "I'm not an artist. I'm a singer. I don't paint anything. I don't I don't make a statue or any of this other stuff. I'm a singer. I'm not an artist." Like, he's humble with what he does. Like, yeah, he's a party animal, but he stays calm with what he does, and he's got a level head. He's got a career that's gone for a couple of decades now,
Yeah,
and people still like him.
I have a feeling though, like Justin Bieber will be the next Robbie Williams.
No.
No? You don't see it?
Robbie Williams turned around and challenged the Gallagher brothers to a boxing match because he got sick and tired of their garbage.
Oh yeah, I think I remember
he
that.
was willing to hire a ring and put up a purse and take them on. Justin Bieber gets people kicked out of nightclubs and gets kicked out of nightclubs himself for being an idiot. Writes a song dissing out on girls because saying, "Oh yeah, no, you got," because I don't want people to think that we're together. It's like I saw a post today on Facebook, and I don't know how valid it is, where it was saying about his mother at the age of 17 had fallen pregnant and people were trying to encourage her to get an abortion. And there's a caption underneath it of, "Oh my God, people wanted him dead even before he was born." Like, no one's ever, you don't say that about guys like Robbie Williams. And like, I've actually personally met Billy Joel, and I can tell you right now, the guy is seriously cool. I don't think you're going to find many people saying that about Justin Bieber.
In a second, I think it's actually true about the whole.
What about his mum being pressured to have an abortion?
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
But yeah, it was. But back to we were kind of getting off sidetracked about the whole thing. But yeah, man, while it's a monumental achievement, it's, I don't know, man. People still, I don't know. Michael Jackson is still remembered more than the Eagles. Like, you know, people think of.
No.
Okay, come on. When you hear that, when you go to a supermarket, who do you hear more, the Thriller or Hotel California?
Hotel California.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, people
remember the Eagles more than they remember Michael Jackson. You got more people across the greater spectrum. You go to other countries all the different countries around the place. The Eagles have played more than Michael Jackson. Like, they've sold 38 million albums. They've sold more than.
That's true. I've no doubt about that. I agree with you there. They've sold a lot more.
Longer. They're still alive. They're still performing. Michael Jackson's dead.
Yeah, that's true. Have you read the comments for this article though? It's very interesting.
I did have a before. I was looking at it after I can again.
Someone saying like the Eagles did not beat Michael MJ and their songs sound dated and boring, which is why Thriller outstreams Eagles' greatest hits album 3-1 on Spotify, 15-1 on YouTube. On Pandora, MJ has 27 million listeners. Eagles have only 14 million listeners.
Yeah, but that's because of the simple fact that for a lot of that sort of stuff, the people who listen to the Eagles and so forth have got records and CDs and cassettes, other media that they listen to. Plus, it's played on the radio more. And a record sounds better than Spotify and Pandora.
Yeah.
Like, you're always going to have some Suki Lala making comments of where they're picking out on all this other stuff. But in the name, Zod. Like, the guy should be sued because he's trying to pinch his name, Superman.
That's true. There's
sorry,
a lawsuit waiting. There's a lawsuit waiting for him.
You're a turkey. Or is it Vulcan?
Vulcan, yeah, Vulcan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I say to them, congrats Eagles, you've done something that no band would ever do, which is beat Michael Jackson.
Well, see, the other thing is like will come back in 50 years' time, who's still going to be getting played?
The Eagles,
The
probably.
Eagles will probably still be getting played. Michael Jackson might be, but I can guarantee you the Eagles will still be getting played. Like songs like Tequila Sunrise. There are guys that are out there busking with a guitar at the moment, singing Tequila Sunrise. The Eagles have got so many songs that are romance songs. Michael Jackson, that's Thriller and
Billie
Billie
Jean.
Jean. And when he was confused about whether he was black or white, he did the song Black or White. Yeah, and he referred to himself as the Eagles has referred to themselves as a group of guys in a rock group that were having fun and partying.
Yeah. I think only time will tell whether whether they will last even longer.
Yeah, I reckon, as I said, 50 years from now, people will still be listening to the Eagles. They'll probably still be listening to Michael Jackson as well. But yes, NASA has approved SpaceX for fueling the rockets with the astronauts on board. There's concerns about the safety of it. NASA fuels first and then sends the flight crew on. And SpaceX is going, well, we want to try and save a little bit of time and ensure the quality of the coolant because they don't want it to warm up too much. So, yeah, like it's about improving performance and saving costs. Yeah.
I wonder.
NASA's given them the go ahead. Like there's still, it could be a problem, but yeah.
It's interesting though how people are. I think NASA's trying to do the whole. We don't want a repeat of the Challenger. What happened there? Like,
but that was because they put the space shuttle on the pad out there and ignored the engineers who were saying, yeah, no, look, your sealant rings on. And more people were interested. Oh no, he's got to go ahead. It's got to go ahead. And the engineer and the engineers that were saying, oh yeah, no, this problem were overridden. This has nothing to do with loading the fuel early. If you've got all the safety stuff put in place, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, it's just the whole paranoia. It's like, oh, this might not happen. This might end in catastrophe. And
I don't know.
Yeah, they were saying like, as I'm just reading the article, they're saying in September 2016, the Falcon 9 rocket exploded on the launch pad while it's being loaded with propellant. No injuries were reported.
Yeah, and how many rockets have exploded on NASA?
A shit ton more. A shit ton more.
Like everything goes through stages where accidents happen. We've discussed this before.
Mm-hmm.
Engineers love when things go wrong because you learn from them, unless you're a moron.
Yeah.
So there's another article, give you a bit of extra information, and it's also got a pretty picture.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So yeah,
but
I'm glad to see that NASA's honouring the options that they've agreed to allow for SpaceX with all the bits and pieces. If they're not going to build their own rockets, they've got to allow the people that they've contracted to build and launch them to do it in their own way. They can't sit there and go, well, we want you to do this, but we're going to sit there and nanny pamper you the whole way through and harass you because you're doing it different to us, because that's just stupid. Like the Americans moved away from using the Saturn rockets back years and years ago and went to the space shuttle. SpaceX is actually bringing the stuff back and reusing from the Falcon 9.
Yeah, I think there wasn't there a successful launch and landing at the same spot, and people were amazed by it. They're saying, okay, we're going to recycle, this is recyclable as well.
Yeah, whereas NASA's stuff that's up there floating around in outer space and dropped into the oceans and all that. So, yeah.
And there's also, I think NASA...
they had the attitude, oh no, it's just too difficult.
There's also the space shuttle graveyard, as I recall. Yeah, the spacecraft cemetery.
Mate, there's the airplane graveyard in America as well, which is ridiculously. Like, have you ever looked into that?
I think I've seen. I saw a documentary years ago about it, but I thought that was a myth.
Oh no. There's a place that, like, I think there might be. There's a couple of them, but there's one outside Las Vegas in the Nevada desert, and it's just the airplane graveyard, and they've got hectares and hectares of planes.
Yeah, I think I see it. The aircraft boneyard in British English. It's in Arizona.
British English.
Yeah, in British English.
You're looking at Wikipedia again, aren't you?
Yeah, British English.
Yeah, they got a couple of them, but yeah.
Yeah, but the spacecraft graveyard, man, that's a
But there's a lot of stuff there that could be being recycled and reused, but it's just just sat there to rot, fall apart.
Yeah, it's that they're just too lazy to even dispose them properly.
Well, like with the airplane graveyard, it's that there's comments of, they've got them there so that if war breaks out, they can just repurpose them and reissue them for bits and pieces. The amount of work it will take to go through, because these planes have already been stripped down to the bare bones. It's just for a majority of it, it's just the metal, and you can just run them through a recycling plant. This is just stupid.
Yeah.
But getting back on track though with the SpaceX fueling, I reckon good on them. It's nice to see innovation and improvement.
Yeah. At least it's a good win for Elon Musk, how he's going through these days.
Although apparently he was talking at one point about privatizing.
But thankfully he didn't. Thankfully
Tesla.
he didn't.
And he's been just talking with he's decided not to. So
post up the link on that one too. But yeah, it was interesting to see Elon Musk go through the whole process. All right, so anything else we should discuss on that one?
No, I think it's not it's one of those things that there's going to be more information coming out, but yeah,
I agree.
So what games have you been playing?
I've been playing an old favorite of mine, which is Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War, the Dark Crusade expansion.
Okay, you were talking about this last week as well.
Yeah, I was actually. Yeah, kept on playing, and I still love this game. I still love this expansion because it's the Necrons. It's Necrons. They're a beautiful side to play. Even though they're really broken, it's just a good race to play if you want to just destroy everyone.
Okay, so you mean getting violent and pursuing your psychopathic tendency?
I know, right? I know. My dream is to rule the world. You know.
Here we go. Skynet. we got another android wanting to take over the warning.
Oh, don't worry.
Danger Will Robinson.
The Lost in Space.
My goodness.
Like danger.
At least you're not singing the lumberjack song and wearing women's clothing.
Skynet and fishnets, that would just be a very disturbing dream for most post-apocalyptic people.
Although I don't know, we could do a little bit of Rocky Horror. Now that Disney owns all of the different bits and owns Fox and 20 and all that, they own Rocky Horror, so that means Frankenfurter is now a Disney princess.
Oh, I cannot. I want to see how that Wreck-It Ralph movie with all the Disney princesses. I wonder how they'll put Frankenfurter in that movie.
I wonder if they will, but they've got to though, because he's now a Disney princess.
I know, right? I know.
The sweet trend.
Oh.
I wonder how Wreck-It Ralph will respond to "Come on up to slap."
Oh, that would be very disturbing.
Tim Curry gave us one of the greatest in history as Frankenfurter, and I reckon he would be sitting there loving the idea in a Disney.
Oh, dude, imagine his voice on Wreck-It Ralph. That would top it off. That would top it off.
He's one of my favorite actors. I love his stuff. He was even when he did the Three Musketeers. Did you remember that?
I don't.
And he played Cardinal Richelieu.
I don't recall that one. I did recall him playing as Hook though.
Okay.
Great movie.
Was it with Charlie Sheen? Did the Three Musketeers a few years back. It was early 90s. And yeah, Tim Curry was in there as Cardinal Richelieu.
Hang on a second. Did you say 90s? Is it Three Musketeers?
Yep.
Okay. I'm looking over the
1993.
93.
Yeah, and they had Bryan Adams sing the song for it, All for Love.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah. Oh, this Three Musketeers. I've been meaning to watch that movie actually.
It's just some of the lines that Tim Curry gives is brilliant.
Yeah, it was like as if he was made for that role.
I don't know necessarily whether he's made for the role, but yeah, like he's just one of those guys. He doesn't lose track of who he is, and he's always got that. He's just got one of those voices where it's he's just got that cheeky, naughty voice.
Did you ever like
Actually, he even played he was the clown in It as well, from memory.
Yeah, he's the guy behind It, the old It.
The original, yeah. He was also in Home Alone.
In Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Lost in New York. That was a funny movie. That was a good movie. He was on a lot of things. He was also in Fern Gully as well.
Yep. He was an amazingly hardworking actor.
Yeah. But nowadays you don't see him much often, like in the big screen. You only see him in like direct DVDs and direct-to-DVD and short films. And
there might be a reason for that.
Which is?
Well, he's 72 years of age at least.
Yeah. But come on, like Patrick Stewart, he's old. He must be as old as him, and he's
but Tim Curry's earned the right to retire and just put his feet up. Plus, I heard that there might have been some health stuff as well. But he's got such a massive amount of movies to his name. He's brought us some of the most amazing acts.
You know who's another actor that we haven't seen in a while?
Who's that?
Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
We haven't seen him in a while.
Another one he's gotten very old, and probably just making the life miserable for some nurse who's looking after him.
But he was good.
Grabbing a bum and all sorts of stuff. How do we get on to talking about these guys anyway? We're talking about Dawn of War. We started talking about Disney princesses.
Yeah.
How we talk? That's right. We're talking about you wanting to take over the world. Talk about off topic there. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, folks. So, anything new to report about the game other than you wanting to take over the world?
Nah, nothing really, but nothing really, but at least I'll say this: it's a pretty good expansion pack. If you want to start Dawn of War, just start with Dark Crusade, and you're set. You're set.
No, start at the beginning. Like you got to go through Dawn of War in sequence. You got to do it properly.
I know. I started playing when I started learning about Dawn of War in PC gaming. I started with Dark Crusade. Then I learned about Dawn of War 2, and I haven't gone to get Dawn of War 3 yet, but I might eventually do it.
I've got all three of them in my cupboard here if you want to play them at some point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. At least, you got to give us credit for one thing though, folks. At least when we go off topic, we still have fun and keep it into nerd stuff. And it's interesting.
Yep.
And if we had the professor here, we might have stayed on track a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
We haven't got the professor to ask him about his game. Some sound interesting. Myself at Guns of Icarus again, and going back onto the PlayStation for a while and played Tomb Raider again.
Oh, are you hyped for the new Tomb Raider?
I'm looking forward to it. I am actually quite enjoying the idea.
Which Tomb Raider did you play, by the way? Is it Shadow or
Rise of the Tomb Raider? I think it is. I haven't finished that off yet. Too many assignments and lectures to go to.
Yeah.
Uni's interfering with my game. We need sponsors so I can just play games.
But yeah, I haven't played the Tomb Raider games. Full disclosure, I have not played it at all. I would love to play the Tomb Raider games
Mm-hmm.
because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I want to try it out for myself.
Yeah, like as we said the other week when I was playing it a while back and we discussed it. I go back to the original Tomb Raider game, and I used to love those just because it wasn't just a run and shoot thing. It was all you had intellectual stuff to do. Like you had to actually come up with solutions and ideas and so forth, and work out puzzles. So Tomb Raider is a great series again. But Guns of Icarus has been a lot of fun as well. I actually want to have an air.
I would love to try that game as well. I think the professor was thinking of doing something with the Guns of Icarus the other day.
Yeah, we were talking about having a group session, weren't we?
Yeah. I would love to see that happen.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, not on my games. Like, there's nothing. Like, yeah, the artwork and everything in there still great fun to play.
Yeah.
Nothing really remarkable to report. I'm going back and polishing up some of the areas where I had to find artifacts, so forth, and trying to work my way through extra tombs and just the frustration of trying to figure some of them out.
So it's not a linear game, is it? It's more sandboxy?
Yeah, it's sandbox, but so it's not full open world, but you can go backwards and forwards through the different areas, and you go back and you get extra bits and pieces and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like there's a lot of extra side missions to do, not just the main. So it's always frustrating with some of the puzzles to work out, and you get this one, and it just makes you go nuts.
Oh, that'd be fun. I definitely want to play that now. I definitely want to play it. All right.
Might loan it to you. So I guess we're on to shout outs now. We've gone through everything else.
Yeah.
First up, 41st anniversary of Elvis's death. We're talking about musicians before, another great musician who helped change the world of music.
Yeah.
Speaking about musicians, this week we've got was it Robert Plant?
Yep.
It was his 70th birthday during the week as well at some point. Yeah, happy birthday to the great Robert Plant, one of the most ridiculously strong voices. We've got a Hitman Humble Bundle offer. I noticed during the week that might come at interest to some people in preparation for a new Hitman game coming out. Yeah.
New Hitman game, yeah.
Run along to Humble Bundle. I'm not sure if that bundle's still there. It usually is. It hangs around even when they bring out a new one. You still access. So something to look at. A new season of Doctor Who is coming soon, and we'll have a link there to the Radio Times, which will give you everything that they know about the season of Who. And I'm still hyped about the fact that we're soon anniversary. Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
Epic.
Mm-hmm.
We have some new merchandise available in our store. We've got a new logo edition. Go along, check it out. Show us some love. Buy some merchandise. Advertise us. Let people see how great we are. And I'm a bit concerned now because the DJ's gone quiet. He's to take over the world. He's like Pinky and the Brain.
Yes.
What are we going to do tonight, Brain? The same thing we do every night.
Try to take over the world.
You're like, you got to remember, man, I'm an uncle. When my nephews and nieces go quiet, I get nervous because what are they up to? So when you go quiet, I know you're a child. So.
With the new merch, this is your design idea, as I recalled.
Yep. Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Epic nerdom.
Yeah.
Why just do the three things? It's pointing to how everyone beat them. So run along, check it out. And as I said, please show us some love. We need to make sure that people are able to help represent and show that they love us. Give us some feedback in there as well. Also this week on August 20, it was first around the world telegram was sent. Also on August 20, the anniversary of Voyager 2 launch in 1977. August 18, 1868, helium was discovered during a total solar eclipse. Yeah, all sorts of jokes there that you can make about stumbling into it in the dark.
With squeaky voices.
I grabbed. Oh,
Give us more money.
my mum had many periods of embarrassment from my brother's weddings and so forth, and impersonating chipmunks, which is quite scary when you consider the fact that my oldest brother is the shortest of the three of us, and he's 3, and we all start singing like chipmunks. Yeah, a little bit of a sad thing and scary thing.
Oh, but it's all fun though. It's all fun and games though. I mean, come on. When was the last time we ever played? When was the last time you ever tried the helium voice?
Earlier they had some helium balloons at university.
You had a lot of fun, didn't you?
Yes.
Although I will say this, I thought of a dare. I thought of a dare once upon a time, which was you get $1 million, but every time you get very happy, you go helium voice.
Sorry, you kind of vanished there on me.
Oh, I'm saying you get $1 million, but every time you get very happy, your voice goes helium voice.
Apparently, you can buy helium beer, so.
Oh, that would be fun too.
Do I get $1 million every time my voice?
Every time you get very happy. Every time you get very happy, your voice.
It's only for $1 million, though.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah. You wouldn't do it, like, even if when it's a.
Well, it's only $1 million.
Oh, and I'm not
a miserable, grumpy sod all the time. It's got to be more than just $1 million. It's like if every time I get really, really happy, I have the helium voice. Okay, cool. I can do that.
Yeah. Oh, and
not just $1 million flat, and then that's it for the rest of my life. Every time I get happy, no.
Oh, do you want the sweetener? I'll give you another $1 million for helium voice, but with googly eyes.
So you want us to look and sound like you?
Oh, not really me.
Come
but
off it, you weirdo.
Not really me, but more like Ernie.
Ernie who?
Ernie from Sesame Street.
Uh-huh.
You're not liking the idea, aren't you?
Oh, I'm still picturing you. Like you get excited and happy. Your voice raises up in pitch, and and you go, So that's a new nickname. That's a new nickname for the DJ, DJ Ernie.
DJ Ernie. Oh my god!
You brought that one on yourself there. I'm sorry.
I know. Oh, that's good. Oh man.
So anything else we've got to look at?
No, nothing really. But the next few weeks we've got an important announcement to make. We will reveal it to you as the day gets nearer.
We will.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And yes, folks, I actually do have an idea of what it is, but I just thought I'd wait until we get a confirmation of when it's going to happen before I start talking about it.
Yep.
But yes. So it looks like that's the end of the show. So okay, what's our addresses?
So our email address is nerds.amalgamated@gmail.com, and our Twitter handle is @namalgamated. Okay,
and of course we're on Facebook as Nerds Amalgamated. We are on we're on the TNC listing with the TNC.com.
That's not canonproductions.com.
That's not canonproductions.com. Sorry, I don't even have to link anymore. Pops up for. Check out all the other podcasts. There's some pretty cool stuff in there. Yeah, send us an email, leave us a link, leave us a comment. Let us know if there's something you want us to talk about, if there's something you would like us to look into. We can't really look into why the DJ's the way he is, but we'll do what we can. Yeah. Well, we will try and answer whatever questions we can, including why am I such a grumpy, miserable, mean prick to the DJ all the time? It's fun. He takes it and he likes it. He's actually a masochist.
Oh, I don't know about masochist, but
you keep coming back for more.
No. Oh no. Oh no. I walked in that one, didn't I? I walked in that.
Walked, you ran. you went full steam ahead into that one. Okay, so yeah. It's good night from him and good night from me, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.